Hello from San Antonio, this is Siren Tarot. Welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. Will I ever get married? Subscribers request. This reading is timeless, and for this reading there are 4 different piles to choose from. This is pile 1. This is pile 2. This is pile 3. And this is pile 4. Take a deep breath and make your selection. If you chose pile 1, here is your reading. Swoon Cake Tarot, one of my many tarot decks available at makeplaincards.com. Rey de Oros, it's a great start. King of Pentacles, the husband card. La Muerte, death. Rey de Copas, King of Cups. Cinco de Bastos, 5 of Wands. Cat Black's Golden Tarot. Three of Wands, the Devil, 3 of Cups, the Star, Legend Arthurian, flipped out. 6 of Spears. Spears are wands. Six of Shields. 6 of Pentacles. The Hermit. And Queen of Cups. Yes, you are going to get married. One more deck, the NASA playing cards. Queen of Cups again. 8 of Cups. 5 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. Before you get married, before you manifest this beautiful, harmonious relationship, you are going to have to release an ex and or some kind of toxic pattern that's holding you back and shutting you down. If you have recently accepted breadcrumbs from someone, if you've accepted an on-again, off-again pseudo relationship, and by pseudo relationship, I mean a relationship that's not really a relationship because it's not based on mutual respect. If there's someone that has just come in and out of your life for sex, but there's not any real emotional exchange, there's not any real mutuality or reciprocity, you're going to have to let that go. If you're holding on to someone you've been in a quasi relationship with, a situationship, friends with benefits, fuck buddies, whatever, if you're still stuck on that person, they are not the one you're going to manifest this marriage with. I mean, it's very unlikely. You're going to manifest marriage with someone who accepts you in your totality, someone who is emotionally available, such as the King of Cups. This is likely someone you're going to have really excellent moon synastry with. You could have the conjunction, one example of many. You could have your moon at 3 degrees Cancer, and your future husband or wife could have their moon at 5 degrees Cancer. One example of many, a super tight conjunction that's ideal for moon synastry. But this person you could be currently stuck on, you don't really have any moon synastry at all. You could have moons that don't make an aspect. And when it comes to the moon, when it comes to all the planets really, or luminaries, when it comes to the moon, I disregard the minor aspects, like what I consider the minor aspects, like the quintile, the biquintile. I would say that moon in Cancer and moon in Leo, that's a non-aspect. I look at the conjunction, the opposition, and so on, the major aspects. So this person that you're constantly thinking about when you watch pick a card readings, they could have their moon in Leo, for example, and your moon's in Cancer. You're not really going to understand each other with a non-aspect like that. The energy of the moon in Cancer is drastically different than the energy of the moon in Leo. I'm just using examples to illustrate a point, but if you are stuck on someone right now and there's not really any emotional exchange, it's just sex, it's just convenient, you're going to have to let that go. If you want to manifest something substantial, something deep, something deeply gratifying, there has to be a foundation of mutual respect. You have to have shared values, shared interest. If you want a good marriage, a marriage that's going to last. So, of course, sexual attraction is important, but that's not the whole cake. You could possibly meet your future spouse on social media. I do associate the star, which is Aquarius, with social media. It could start off as a long-distance relationship. You could have a square aspect in your synastry. You could have Mars square Venus, which can be really exciting. Strong sexual attraction, but you're also going to have things in common. You're going to be on a similar spiritual path. And you're not going to see the red flags. This will be the no red flag zone. Right away, this person is going to approach you with respect. And they're going to approach you as a friend, as an equal. There's not going to be this weird power struggle where they're up here and you're down here and it's imbalanced and it's just weird from the beginning. They're not going to just slide into your DMs and compliment you on your pictures or whatever. It's not going to start off sexual like that. This person is going to want to date you. They're going to want to get to know you. So from the beginning, there's going to be respect. This person has maturity. This person has life experience. This could be a second or third marriage for this person. This could be a second or third marriage for you. Although the title of this video is, Will I Ever Get Married? Could be a second or third marriage. Because I'm just seeing a lot of life experience and a lot of maturity here. If this is your first marriage, it will be well worth the wait. But that jumps out right away, having Death and Eight of Cups in the same row, and the Devil. There's something you have to walk away from, something you have to release to manifest this. You and your future partner could have friends in common. You could meet at work. To have King of Pentacles as the first card, this person probably has a really good career. Work is important to this person. But I'm picking up this really good, positive, well-rounded energy. This person is intense, but they're also congenial. They have a really good sense of humor. They're very down to earth, not arrogant. You could collaborate on a project together. You could start a business together. But this person is definitely balanced. They don't go to extremes. Not an addict. They do like their alone time. This person is not a raging extrovert. They will want to stay home with you a lot. I feel like they've already sown their wild oats. They've gotten all the crazy stuff out of their system. So they are probably older. I would say this person is no younger than 35. They work out, they take care of their body. They're conscious of what they eat. Very compassionate, close to their family. If this is a man, I see him being close to his mom and his sisters. He knows how to treat women with respect. He wasn't spoiled. He wasn't raised to be entitled or selfish. He's going to be a very good lover and a good husband. And if this is a woman, it's pretty much the same. Um, I'm just getting a very calm energy. This person is not crazy. They're not erratic. They don't go to extremes. You're not going to experience extreme highs and extreme lows with this person. So perhaps in your most recent relationship, it was the roller coaster from hell with extreme highs and extreme lows. You're not going to have that with this person. But if you are still attached to an ex, or there's someone in your life who has just given you breadcrumbs, they've not really shown up and given you much of anything besides sex, you're going to have to let go of that. It's never too late to start the healing process. Throat chakra, talking about healing. It's never too late to decide on yourself. And that's how you're going to manifest a life worth living, is when you do decide on yourself. It starts with self-respect, self-love. Leo. 1 is Leo, 2 is Cancer, 6 is Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra, and 3 is Jupiter, Sagittarius, and 9 is Mars, Aries. A possible astro combo for this person is Sun in Taurus, Sagittarius rising, Moon in Cancer. It's just one possibility of many. So that is what I have for pile 1. If that resonates, feel free to let me know. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. Check out my numerous playlist. Muchas gracias. And if you chose pile 2, here is your reading. Siete de Espadas, 7 of Swords. 9 de Copas, 9 of Cups. Reina de Bastos, Queen of Wands. El Diablo, the Devil. Cat Black's Golden Tarot. The Tower, King of Swords, Judgment, Ace of Coins, Legend Arthurian, (1:23 p.m. San Antonio, Texas. I just noticed the clock on the stove. This is a timeless reading, but 1:23 p.m. Make a wish. 9 of Swords. Beautiful. 2 of Cups and 9 of Cups in the same row. I love it. 9 of Wands. Page of Wands. Yes, you will definitely get married. But I mean, you know, the usual disclaimer, this is a collective reading for a vast unseen audience, entertainment purposes, blah, yada, blah. I strongly believe that we are the creators of our lives. I strongly believe in law of attraction, manifestation. I've seen it work in my life numerous times. I manifested all of my exes. You can manifest the ideal marriage, the ideal partner, absolutely. Oops. 6 of Pentacles. This is available to anyone who claims it. 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups. claim your optimal dream life. 10 of Pentacles, there you go. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. 8 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Queen of Pentacles, the wife card. You're definitely getting married. Invite me to the wedding. I'll sing karaoke. Okay. So similar to pile 1, if you have recently allowed someone to come in and out of your life, and this person has really sketchy, unreliable energy, and they're just tossing you the breadcrumbs, and it's pretty much sex-based, you're going to have to let that go. If there's someone you're currently obsessing over, you can't get the person out of your head, but they're not really showing up and presenting you with anything valuable, you got to let that go. Because this is the goal. Mutuality, reciprocity, equal give and take. That is really strong that we have, I was going to say 2 signifiers, but we have 3 actually. The Queen of Pentacles, I think that is the last card, is just confirmation that yes, you're going to get married. 10 of Pentacles, you're going to get married. Queen of Wands and King of Swords. So, mutuality, reciprocity, a marriage of equals. I see you and your future partner as both having a really healthy blend in your natal charts of the masculine and the feminine. The masculine energy is air and fire, and feminine is earth and water. You're going to see dominant elements usually in a natal chart. In my natal chart, for example, I've got a lot of earth and I've got a lot of air. Not much fire. I have Neptune and Sagittarius, not much water. I have Mercury and Pisces, that's it. But I feel like the energy is pretty well distributed in your natal charts. So, one possible astro combo for your future husband or wife is Sun in Gemini, Pisces rising, Moon in Virgo. You could have Sun in Sagittarius, Capricorn rising, Moon in Cancer, just possibilities. But you're going to have really good energetic synastry. A lot of aspects. You could have Mercury conjunct Mercury, which would be awesome. That would be optimal. You could have Moon conjunct or opposite Moon. From my perspective, that's optimal. You could have Mars square Venus. That's really hot. Mars conjunct Venus, hot. Mars opposite Venus, white hot. Sex is going to be great. It's going to be a spiritual connection. You're going to have the best of both worlds, the 5D, the spiritual stuff, and the nitty gritty, lusty, dirty 3D. Good, lusty sex. Animal attraction. Wow, I just realized that bottom row is all pentacles. You'll definitely have things in common. You'll definitely have shared values and interests. You both have a really strong work ethic. You take your jobs, careers probably, your careers very seriously. And I feel like the two of you could have a hobby in common that you're both very passionate about, like creating music, creating art, writing, something like that. It's going to be a meeting of the minds. You're going to have these in-depth, fascinating conversations. So, sex does begin in the mind. But yeah, this is very similar to pile 1. you're going to have to let something or someone go. It could be a pattern. Maybe you're attracting the same kind of person over and over again, someone who is very manipulative and opportunistic. They just come in to have sex and then they go ghost, or they just give you the bare minimum. Well, fuck that. You want someone, ideally, who's going to love you in your totality. You don't always have to be on for this person. You don't always have to be Instagram fabulous. Well, that's what true love is. True love has nada to do with social media. Someone sees you at your worst, at your ugliest, and they love the hell out of you. They see you at your best and they celebrate the highlights with you. Doesn't matter if you're on a beach in Fiji at sunset, or you're stuck inside on a rainy day and, I don't know, you're sharing a pot of soup and you're watching some basic whatever on Netflix. It doesn't matter. Whenever the two of you are together, it's a celebration. You're going to be so grateful that you finally found each other. Similar to Pile 1, I feel like you and this person have a lot of life experience. You are older, probably no younger than 35. You're going to know the value of true love when you meet. You're not going to have any delusions. You're not going to think it's going to be easy. It's not going to be a cakewalk in the park. You both know what's up. You've lived enough life. You know what's up. But take care of yourself first and foremost. Be proactive about your mental and spiritual health with these 9s. 9 is about being proactive. That's Mars, Aries. Know what you want. There have been numerous videos made at YouTube on people who have written a list in a manifestation journal and manifested their partner. One video that comes immediately to mind, her channel is called High Carb Hannah. She started her channel a few years ago documenting her weight loss journey, how she became a vegan and lost all this weight. Anyway, she had a YouTube channel in America, and then her future husband, he had one. Well, they're married now, but Derek, her husband, he had a channel in Canada. They met, they started talking, and she manifested him. They manifested each other, and they have a video where they're outside their house, their tiny house in Arizona, their little porch, and they're talking about how they wrote the list and they manifested each other. You can be as deep, as detailed, as specific as you want to be. I never focused on physicality. I always focused more on energy, astrology, personality traits, but it's your list. Just go crazy with it. Do you want someone like the King of Swords, who's more cerebral, rational, logical? Or do you want someone more like the Queen or King? It's all energy. The Queen or King of Wands, who's more of a passionate extrovert, a creative extrovert. Can be a blend, whatever. But yes, for Pile 2, you are going to get married. Three, Jupiter, Sagittarius. 6, Venus. 6 and 3 is 9. Mars, Aries. 1, Leo, the Sun. 2, Cancer, the Moon. 2 3s. 6 and 6. Venus, love, harmony, balance. So that's what I have for Pile 2. If that resonates, feel free to let me know. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. Check out my numerous playlists. Muchas gracias. And if you chose pile 3, here is your reading. Tres de bastos, 3 of wands. Diez de bastos, 10 of wands. Soto de copas, page of cups. Seis de copas, 6 of cups. Cat Black's Golden Tarot. Three of Coins. 4 of Swords. 2 of Swords. The World. You're feeling really pessimistic at this point. And I get it. I understand. After I put the rest of the cards down, I'll talk about it. Okay, Legend Arthurian. Ace of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. The Emperor. Death. Ace of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. 3 aces, look at that. 9 of Swords. King of Wands. Before I talk about what I'm going to talk about, I say this often at my channel and with clients. And I speak with authority on this because I speak from years and years and years of experience. The only way out of the 9 of Swords is through the 4 of Swords. Overthinking, excessive worry, low vibration, fear-based thinking, depression, anxiety. You got to breathe in, you got to breathe out. So I had this MBTI channel and I turned it into an ASMR meditation, law of attraction channel. I guess I just made my first video a few hours ago. I call it Sky Radio. The link is in the community tab. Anyway, what I was wanting to say, it jumped out immediately. If you're feeling despair, if you're feeling low vibration, if you're feeling pessimistic. Okay. January 1999, I was at one of the lowest, darkest points of my life. I was sitting in the lobby waiting to talk to a therapist, and there was a Vanity Fair magazine. I was just glancing through it, and this picture caught my attention. It was a wedding cake made out of brightly colored cupcakes. I sneakily tore the page out of the magazine, folded it up, put it in my purse, forgot about it. I did not really think at that point that I would ever be able to manifest a husband. My self-esteem was 0. It was non-existent. Okay. January 1999. Fast forward to January 2000. Got my first computer, got a dial-up connection. I was living in this tiny town, the town where I was born, Bridgeport, Texas. I was working as a reporter and photographer for the Bridgeport Index, a weekly newspaper. Anyway, I went to Yahoo Personals and I was dating guys locally, and there was this one guy, this ad for a guy who was in New York looking for a pen pal in the Southwest. I responded to the ad, didn't think much of it because I was dating locally. I was just curious. Told the guy about a poetry website that I frequented, the Blender of Love. I had this Pisces friend at the Blender of Love, and she said, Misti, that guy, Mojave, all those poems he's writing, those are about you. That guy is crushing on you. I said, why? Why would this guy have a crush on me? I don't know this guy. That was the guy from Yahoo Personals. So he sent me an email, March 2000, telling me that he was fucking nuts about me. All of that from an email, a picture, and poetry. And so we started talking. Anyway, as it turned out, that was my first husband. We got married on a mountain in Austin, Texas, December 29th, 2000. And I do believe very strongly it all began with that picture of a wedding cake made out of cupcakes. I had no idea what a vision board even was. So law of attraction absolutely works. But to manifest a Four of Wands, Ten of Cups kind of marriage, a marriage that's going to last, a marriage that's going to be deeply gratifying, you have to be in a high vibration to manifest that. And the only way I know of to get into a high vibration is by being in Four of Swords consistently, turning off the noise of social media, the noise of YouTube, just the constant yammer, all the negative messages we get, a lot of the negativity we're not even aware of. And our subconscious mind just eats it like sugar, and it's so toxic. Turn off the noise, breathe in, breathe out. That's the baseline. Okay? Decide what you're going to allow. I'm pretty much giving the same message for all three piles so far because I believe in this very strongly. I've been reading for clients since January 2019. I've been married and divorced twice. I've been in numerous situationships. So I kind of know the lay of the land at the age of 48. I know what I'm talking about. I'm experienced. This goes way beyond tarot and just looking at pretty pictures. You have to decide on your worth, your value, and you have to carve that shit in stone. You can't wait for someone to come in and tell you, this is what you're worth. I'm choosing you because of all the other people on Instagram. Your pictures are the most amazing. All the other people at Facebook, your Facebook updates, memes, whatever, are the most fascinating. You have to decide on yourself. And if you're allowing someone to come in and out of your life and just throw you the occasional breadcrumb, you're going to have to just stop with that. Be alone for a while. It's not that terrifying. I've had numerous dry spells. And I can tell you, I would rather be in a dry spell where it's just me and, I won't go into detail, me and my phone, me and my books, me and my journals, than being in some shitty half-ass relationship where it's just spinning my wheels in the mud, not getting anywhere. It's not deeply gratifying. It's not a meeting of the minds. We're just together because, I don't know, there's nothing on Netflix, whatever, just settling. There's nothing to be said for settling. So, you've got to immerse yourself in the Ace of Cups. That's garden variety, self-love. And be consistent. Three of Pentacles, decide on your worth. And find something that's exciting, something that puts the balloons in your sky that has nothing to do with a relationship. For me, it's writing and art. I don't know, play a guitar, play the piano, create art, write a book, do something and be married to that thing before you manifest this marriage. None of these cards really suggest marriage, but that doesn't mean anything. This is just a pick a card reading. We create our reality. You can't rely on a tarot reading to tell you if you're going to get married or not. You got your work cut out for you. I can tell you that. You have to be the badass of your own life. You have to be the emperor of your own life. It's just really jumping out. If there's someone that you're having minimal contact with and they're just not really giving you much, you've got to cut that person out. You're not getting anything from that association. There are all kinds of videos at YouTube on how to manifest a soulmate. You have to find your inner soulmate first and foremost. Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with life. You could have a really complicated natal chart like mine. I've got a mutable grand cross. Saturn squaring Neptune, or opposing Neptune, squaring my moon, squaring Mercury. It's a mess. You could have Mercury square Saturn, which is a very challenging aspect. With that, usually there's going to be depression, anxiety. If you have Moon square Mercury or opposite Mercury, there can be problems with depression and fear-based, low-vibration thinking. Well, that's cute. 4, Aquarius, 4 of Swords, finding the quiet, the peace that surpasses all understanding inside yourself, inside your mind, finding a sanctuary in your mind. 5, Mercury, which rules Gemini and Virgo. 9, Mars, Aries, be proactive about your mental health, your spiritual health. 3, the highest vibration, Jupiter, Sagittarius. Another 3, that's 6, that's Venus. That is love. You've got it inside yourself already. You've got the Ace of Cups. We all do. None of us are alone. We're not disconnected from the divine. We are the divine. Once you really know that, you're going to be a manifesting machine. So that's what I have for pile 3. If that resonates, feel free to let me know. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. Check out my numerous playlists. Muchas gracias. And if you chose pile 4, here is your reading. Siete de Oro, 7 of Pentacles, patience. La Luna, the moon. Judgment. La Estrella, the star. Okay, Cat Black's Golden Tarot. The Hermit. 2 of Wands. Ace of Swords, the blazing sword of truth. Queen of Wands. Legend Arthurian. Justice. 8 of Swords. The Hanged Man. 8 of Shields. My favorite relationship card. Six of Cups, 10 of Swords, 6 of Wands, Knight of Swords. Yes, you will manifest marriage eventually, but we got all this blockage. You're on some kind of spiritual quest. You are an overcomer. You've had more than your fair share of obstacles. You could have a diagnosis. You could have a disability. It could be you had a really traumatic childhood and you're an adult still trying to untie knots from 20, 30 years ago. I can absolutely relate. It could be you've been in a series of toxic relationships and you're trying to heal. and you think that you're healed, you think that you're okay, you think that you're solid. And then someone else comes along and you're human. You see the red flags, you ignore them because you don't want to be alone. And you're smack dab in the middle of hell again. Been there, I've written a few books about it. So, similar message for all 4 piles. I believe this very strongly. You have to decide on yourself. You have to bear the discomfort of being alone for a while. I have been in hermit mode for 5 years. Not really. I mean, I'm living in a home with my ex-husband and our son. I'm in a partnership with my ex-husband. We're platonic. We're raising our 13-year-old son together. So I've not really been alone in hermit mode. But I've not been in a romantic sexual relationship for 5 years. And I've had all kinds of dry spells throughout my life. And it's like I told a client the other day, if it wasn't for writing and art, I probably wouldn't be here. That's where I found my salvation, is through creativity, writing and art. So, you got to feed your own fire. You've got to find your own fire. You got to find that light inside yourself. It gets lonely as hell. A few years ago, I was living in this crappy little studio apartment in the medical center of San Antonio. I was going back to college in my middle age. I was going to UTSA to finally get a degree in my 40s. And I had been dating manically, and that wasn't working out. So I was just alone. And I was reading my favorite Charles Bukowski poetry collection, Love is a Dog from Hell. And I felt like I had a friend just reading this man's poetry. Charles Bukowski had his sun in Leo, moon in Virgo. I have moon in Virgo, sun in Aquarius. Anyway, I think one of his collections is called You Get So Alone Sometimes It Just Makes Sense, or You Feel So Alone Sometimes It Just Makes Sense. Anyway, he's got a lot of poetry collections. The man has been dead since 1994, and almost every year a new collection comes out. You can't force it, and I know, because I consider myself a love addict and a codependent in recovery. There are times where you're human and you don't want to be alone. But I can just say from experience, there is nothing whatsoever to be said for settling. Sometimes it's just better to be alone rather than being in some half-ass relationship, some situationship, friends with benefits, fuck buddies, whatever. It's better just to be alone with your Charles Bukowski, your bottles of beer or water, whatever. Because if you're wanting to manifest something substantial and deeply gratifying, you have to take a break from the bullshit. You have to turn your back on the bullshit and say, no mas, Haas. The Queen of Wands does not sit around waiting for this exciting partner to show up. She's the party. She's got plenty of excitement on her own. She creates like her ass is on fire. It could be art, music, writing. Maybe she hula hoops on a Fiji beach. I don't know, but she's excited about her life. And this, my favorite relationship card, and I love how it ends with 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. You could manifest someone a few years younger who's really fucking smart. 8 of Pentacles is about 2 people who have shared values, shared interest, and you're both prioritizing the relationship. And it's 3D, and I'm all about the 3D. It's good to have a spiritual connection. It's good to have someone that you can have mental telepathy with, I guess. I've never experienced that, but I don't really care for the twin flame stuff, the twin flame readings, you know, just waiting and being together in the 5D. I want someone I can be in the 3D with. So we're sharing a bed, we're sharing a home, we're sharing resources, we're running errands together, we're paying bills together. And the mundane becomes magical because you're sharing life with someone you fucking adore who fucking adores you. Mutuality, reciprocity, I'm all about it. So you will manifest that. Your future wife, husband, could have Sun in Libra, Pisces rising, Moon in Leo, one possibility of many. You could have Sun in Leo, Aquarius rising, Moon in Capricorn. But it's going to be a process. This is delayed gratification. You have to liberate yourself. Figure out what liberation means to you. I was brought up Southern Baptist in Texas, and I was taught that salvation is through saying a prayer and accepting Christ as my Savior, and I reject that. That is not my truth. That's the truth for many people. It's not the truth for me. I have found salvation and redemption in myself, in my creativity, in my books. So that's what I have. I need to roll the dice. Five? 3 5s, I love it. 5 is Mercury, which rules Gemini and Virgo. You could have a really good Mercury aspect. You could have the conjunction, tidal or 5 degrees or less with your future person. So 15, 1 and 5, that's 6, Venus. 3, Jupiter, Sagittarius, the highest vibration. 8, Mars. I'm saying that because I have Mars in Capricorn. 8 is Saturn, Capricorn. Delayed gratification. You gotta work. The good news and the bad news is the work never ends. 10 of Wands. Do the work. Work the plow. Yeah, that's what I have for pile 4. If that resonates, feel free to let me know. And that does conclude this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Sending you all massive love and light from San Antonio.